start the recording. Yeah, yes, Pradeep.
Priyanka is not joining?
Priyanka, I just sent WhatsApp message.
So is it okay or we can continue?
Yeah, we can continue. No problem. So we can continue and then we can share the recording because here we have the recording, right? We can share. Fine.
Okay. Did we have a class yesterday, Prasad?
No, Pradeep. So actually, yesterday I had a laptop issue and I sent you. We planned for this topic. Okay, actually we planned for these topics. Okay, inventory organization.
Correct.
So these topics and so let us continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, if you want to skip today for Priyanka, I'm okay. If you want to continue,
Yeah,
I'm okay.
and so because it is already delayed, right? So much more time.
Sounds
So overseas we can go for SCM implementation, or we can go for the Calvin dot whatever. I hope that so I shared this server access. So Pradeep, server access for these two links. So you have right? You have the server access, right? For okay. So here let me create the location. Then we can go for the inventory org. So for this, go to the setup and maintenance. So let me select the offering, the procurement offering. Or yeah, let me go for product management. So this is related inventory. So click on manage the location. Click on the location. Let us create a location for the inventory organization. Click on create. So here, so let me create this one. So ours is AMD because I am using the AMD, and sometimes what happens is because of the data issue, maybe Oracle will delete on weekly basis or like that.
yeah,
Yes, Pradeep. I was in mute, sorry.
okay.
So sometimes what happens is on weekly basis or 10 days, so Oracle going to delete the data, right, backend data. So in that case, what we can do is so we can use the seeded data, seeded Oracle data. So but we can create, so we can create our own data. If it is not, if the data is not there, we can go for our seeded data. So here, let me check the inventory organization. I think so. We don't have because we are going to create inventory right now. We don't have any inventory organization. So let me give the address details. So I can get the zip code 001 default. So click on OK. So here I am giving the AMD location because you can query easily, and that's fine. So these are all the additional data. So then let us go to the save and submit. submit. So sometimes if you are not able to get the submit button, you need to select the review and submit it. Click on OK. So manage inventory organization. You can go for the manage inventory organization. Search, click on search. Manage inventory organization. We are going to create an inventory organization here. Just click on create button. So I am going to create the AMD inventory org. Okay. So inventory organization. So our you must enter a value. So AMD 01 is it fine? Or AMD INV or 01. Fine. Manage business unit. Management business unit. Actually, we had our own business unit, AMD. So if it is not there, I can take the seeded data. So yes, ES1. We have the ES1 business unit. Okay. So we can't again and we can't create the uh, already. So we created the business units. Already we discussed that one.
Mm-hmm.
So in the previous classes, okay, we discussed all these things. Okay, so I'm taking the seeded data. So location address. Location address we can take. So I just created the AMD location. Just click on OK. So here we can use the schedule, vendor information schedule. So schedule also. So let me go for the actually our schedule is not there. So let me take 12 hours afternoon different. So we have the UK schedule. So let me go for the operations. Operations. So standard Oracle data. This is AMD inventory or master organization. So then we are going to update the mandatory fields here. Unit finance. So no controls. So that starting number. So I can give you can give any number. I'm giving 1000 serial number. So here we can go for the item sourcing details, so picking details, plus picking rules. All these things we will create later, and we will assign here. So then save and close. So let us create. So let us create one more inventory org. So because for the so if we have two inventory orgs, then we can transfer the data like that. So let us create one more inventory org. So AMD inventory org 102. I can give so AMD inventory R 102. So here the business unit, I am taking ES1 business unit, ES business unit, and this one is the location, I am taking AMD location, and this one ES1 legal entity. Okay, then click on next. So you can go for the journal information, schedule, operations. I am taking the item master, we have 102, and I can go to the uniqueness, and we can give the starting number. I can use 2000 from 2000, and these are all optional only. So we can save and close, save and close. So we had created two inventory arcs. So AMD inventory arc 101, comma 102. Now let me check the data role generation. Okay, for example, so for any kind of a thing, so if you create so ledger, so one data role will be generated, which is called general accounting data role, general accounting, general accountant. That means that data role is nothing but it's a job role plus security profile. So it's job role for in the same way. So other sub-ledgers will work based on the business unit. So in the overall, so here, so let us, I just want to go through you. LDAP. So whenever we create a user, so earlier what we did is we created implementation user, and then so for that implementation user we had assigned some roles, so some default roles or generated roles, and then we ran the program called LDAP. So that run role synchronization process. Okay. So this is called a LDAP program. So lightweight directory access protocol. So it's the abbreviation. And we have role-based access control. So in the role-based access control, we have different roles. One is job role, data role, duty role, and abstract role. So here, this job role is group of duty roles. So I have the document for this. We'll share that one as well. So group of duty roles. So is a job role. So duties means, for example, okay, I have the duty. So this duty role, create a purchase order, approve the purchase order. It is a duty. Group of the duties is a kind of a job role. Okay, the procurement manager or maybe. So here the create a PO, that duty, and approve PO, this duty. So we will define in APM, application, sorry, authorization policy manager. Policy manager. So IDM is Oracle Identity Manager. So this FSM is Functional Setup Manager, right? So employee, so it's abstract role. Employee is a kind of a, we have that these roles, and the employee is the abstract role. Without the employee, we can't do anything. So we create the employees in IDM. Job role is nothing but a, okay, procurement. So procurement manager, like that. Okay, it's a group of all the duties. Okay, job that worker need to perform. So it's a kind of a job. So that worker need to perform. And if you group of all the duties, then it's a kind of a job role. Okay. So duties, you know that. So how to create all these things. And data role, it's a kind of a, okay, data role is nothing but job role plus security profile. So here, okay, for example, okay, I need to create a employee. So sorry, I need to create a purchase order. So to create the purchase order, you should be the employee of the organization. Otherwise, you can't do anything. And you need to have the job. So whether you can create, so you are authorized and for the creating the this job. Okay. So then, so this is a job created. Create a PO, create a purchase order. To create the purchase order, we need to have some data, right? So we need to have the data. Without the data, we need to have the legal entity and with the legal data, business unit data. We need to have the certain data, so the supply data, and and item data. So without data, we can't get it. So that data we will get from the data role, the procurement data. So that's why. So these four roles, okay, job role, data role, duty role, and abstract role. So these are the main things. So in the EBS, we have the profile option concept. So here there, so we create the responsibility. Responsibility is nothing but here you can say that data role. Simply you can say that data role. So we have the responsibility, and there we have the menu and submenu. So here you can see that. So it's a kind of a job, and if we sub menu, it's a kind of a duty. Okay. And so in EBS, what happens is we have the responsibility, and the responsibility is assigned to the profile option. Here, so we have the data role, and that data role should be assigned to the user, that implementation user or common user. So then that user can do the activities. Okay. let us verify the data roles. So because now we had created the inventory organization, some roles will be generated. So it will be related to the inventory or warehouse, whatever it may be. So let us go to the. So let me go to the application and check the roles generation. Yeah. Otherwise, let me check because it's a big setup. So let me check here. Verified data. Yeah. This is verified data role generation for inventory organization and manufacturing plants. So now it will go to other application. So it's called Oracle Entitlement Server. So we can call it as Authorization Policy Manager. So now I want to check the inventory. So inventory template. So here, so for a template, you need to select the template. While checking the data rules, you need to select the template. And here I want to check the inventory related inventory. And just click on inventory management template for inventory. So then once you select it, then click on open. So open the document. So then the document will be opened here. Click on here. The document is open. So here, once we create the inventory org, by default system will generate some data roles. So otherwise, so if it is not there, so then we can generate manually. We can generate manually, and you can check all the roles here. Go to the summary, and you can check the roles here. I think there are no invalid roles. I think I think all the roles are generated. Okay. So next one is I want to assign. So roles are generated. So I need to assign the roles. Okay. Assign roles to roles to user. Okay. So I think we don't have any user here. So we'll create a user. So it's not a problem because we are using the common thing, right? SCM. So we'll create one user and then we'll assign the roles, all the roles. Okay. So here I just want to create implementation user. Okay, Pradeep. So you are okay, right? Because I'm just going through.
No, I'm following.
Yeah, fine.
I'm following.
Yeah, thanks. So create implementation. Yeah, create implementation user. Now it will go to it will go to Oracle Identity Manager. So if I go to my document, so this one, okay, here you can see that this employee, so it will be created in IDM, Oracle Identity Manager. So it will be created in identity. Now we are going to create procurement manager. This job role, it will be in IDM only. So this AP, this duty role, so will be generated in authorization policy manager in this. Okay, and the data, so that data role will be generated in FSM. Okay, so we need these three to implement any product, so any offering. So maybe in the real time, what happens is, so it will be under control of a functional manager, functional consultant, or otherwise. So then, so we functional consultant need to check with the DBA or any technical person to get the access for. Otherwise, we will send details to DBA and technical person. So then they can assign roles and they can create the users. But in the SaaS model, so I think it will be, so functional person plays main role and functional person may have, so will have the data access for all these things. Okay. So now click on administration. So here let me go to the, so let me create user. Okay. So maybe we will have our whole few days. So anyhow, no issues. So we can create this AMD user. Otherwise, let me check whether we have any kind of AMD user. Otherwise, we can go through that. We don't have any AMD user. So AMD user. Okay, so I need to select that before assigning. Select and click on. Oh, okay. So user type I am taking as the employee. Okay, and I can give the password that password display name. Display name is AMD user. I can take AMD user and login details AMD dot user, and the password I am giving. So here I am giving cloud 2020. Will give the password cloud 2020. Fine. So let me click on save it. So never. And now I so just want to assign the roles. Okay. So usually, so these are the mandatory. Okay, employee and IT security, because not mandatory means, so because we are implementing, for implementing the any offering, IT security manager and application uh, implementation consultant. Application implementation. These three are so main for implementing the product, and then after that I will assign other roles related to our project, our offering. Okay. So now let me go to assign employee, because I want to use this user for implementing, because I don't know, no need to so switch over again to other login credentials. We'll use this one. So then I can use IT security manager, IT security manager, search here. So click on add, and one more is application implementation consultant, right? Application implementation consultant. Search this one. So let me drag it. Yeah, we can give it application consultant. Fine. So now I want to check I want to check the inventory warehouse related. So just let me check with AMD. I think because we had used use so AMD inventory, so that is fine. Hmm. Yeah. So now I have, so actually I have different organization, right? So I have 101, 102 like that. So here let me assign the inventory. So I can assign the inventory manager. Okay. So then control select inventory manager. Okay. And I can assign the warehouse manager. These two. So now let me go to these two. Then after that we can assign other roles based on the our requirement based on our requirement. So now inventory manager, warehouse manager. So I had created two inventory orgs, so it is generated. So if you remember while in the EBS while discussing, so we created inventory org, right? So inventory org. So we had given the inventory org. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had given the inventory org only. So now we are assigning the roles. So for each and every inventory organization, so some roles are generated. So we need to give these roles to the user. So based on that only. So if we are not able to assign one or two inventory org, then if we can't do any transaction. So based on one or two org. So any items related to one or two org. So that is a kind of a security here. Just click on. So what we can do is one user is working on one or one org and one other user is working on one or two org. So then we can segregate like that. Click on add. Fine. So this is the way to assign to verify. So we verified data roles in APM authorization policy manager and we assigned the roles in IDM. This two. So this is in APM. This is in IDM. So now we need to run the process which roles. This is called a LDAP program. LDAP. So then roles will be synchronized. Let me run the program here. So here we need to do all these things in FSM, function setup manager. Okay. Run user and role synchronization process and click on submit. Fine. So if you want, you can check. So you can check this one. So you can go to the tools and here. So okay. So we will discuss later. So this one file import and export. You can import the data. You can export the data. Okay. So and any data, and we have the spreadsheets also. We need to import the data, and we have some templates. So it's a kind of a FBDA process, file-based data import. So we have the Oracle repository. So in that we will get the template and we can use that. So this we can discuss while discussing the reports and also data conversions, data movement, all these things. And here this is the schedule process. So just click on the schedule process. So yeah, fetch and refresh. You can refresh here. It's still running. Okay, it's not a issue. So what we can do is it will run. So let us log out and log in with our user. So this is so here you can submit new programs as well. Go to schedule new process and you can submit any program. Just type some words, then click on tab. That is the way to go to here. Just click on tab, and then you can give your own name, and then you can do that. So all the standard reports you will get here, all the standard reports. So related to LDAP, so these are the LDAP programs like that. You can get it. You can do that. In the same way, in the EBS, we used to go to view request and submit like that. Now I'm going to sign out. Sign out, and we'll sign in with AMD user. AMD.user, and ours is I had given cloud 2020 signing. And old password cloud 2020, and new password Oracle ORACLE 2020. Here also ORACLE 2020. Then click on submit. So okay. So now, let me go to the creation of in sub inventories. Okay, sub inventories. So go to the setup and maintenance. So you can check it. So we had given the setup and so we had given all the roles related to setup maintenance. You are able to get it, and so you can get the navigator. So you can see the navigator, and you can go for the product management and warehouse. So we had given inventory. This is inventory related, and this one is warehouse. So warehouse related. Warehouse or sorry, product management. Product management. We have the warehouse operations. Okay. So these things are set cash balance by default. You will get it as a so for the implementation consultant, you will get it. Okay. Okay. So now let me go to the setup and maintenance. So here I want to go to this, especially this one. So it is in the materials management and logistics. So what we can do is, so you can select material management and logistics. Otherwise, so if you are not able to, so if you are not able to find here, so there is other way. It is you can click on setup. Click on setup, and you can select the offline here. You can select the offline. So material management and logistics side. So you can see that. So now let me go for the manage sub inventories and locators. You will get here. Yeah. Yeah. You are saying something, Pradeep. Actually, I am not able to hear your voice. So let me check it.
No, this says this.
Yeah, this is you are saying absolute, right? Absolute, you are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is nothing but they are going to obsolete these things in future in next version. So that's why they put it. So in this version, it is not a obsolete, because if it is obsolete, then so you can't find any task here. So they are going to obsolete these things in the next version. They are going to club. They are going to club all these things in for one offering. So because they don't want to so separate it, so they are going to club it. So maybe in the recent release, this one is R11, and the recently they 2 months back they released, right? So R12. So in that they had club. So obsolete means it will be deleted. It will be removed in the next version. So you can manage sub inventories. So let us create one or two sub inventories. Already we created the so users we will create later. We will create the user. Otherwise we can use the same user, manage that AMD user. So here we want to check the AMD user. Yeah, just 1 minute please. Just querying the AMD organization. So let me create a sub inventory for 101 organization. Click on OK. Just click on OK. Yeah. So here, so click on create button, and we can create AMD sub inventory. AMD SUB 101. Yeah. So that's fine. This is good. Sub inventory 101. So here you can mention in detail AMD sub inventory 101 R. Okay. So it's fine. So that processing this is not a mandatory. So we can save and close this one. So in the same way, so let me create. So I can change the. So if you want to change the organization, you can do that. So let me create 2 R's for each sub inventory for each inventory R. Okay. So AMD sub 101. What I can do? So it is restricted. Field restricted. ASQ 012. Okay. But so edit that one, because if you go to our so DFFs, the descriptive explicit related to the sub inventories, then we can extend and we can change that text. AMD inventory 101 2. So then we can go for the save and close. So I have two sub inventories. I have two sub inventories for so 101.
So, so where are we mapping this to inventory org?
Yeah, we selected, right, inventory organization.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, we selected this one. So one is two inventories. One is AMD. Okay. Yes. AMD SQ 101, right?
No. That is sub-inventory. Because my question is, the main inventory arc, somewhere it is
Yeah.
mapped, right?
Correct. Actually, by selecting this one, so let me show you that. So actually, so here this is the main inventory arc. AMD inventory arc 101. So while selecting that
Ah,
manage inventory, so actually it asks to provide the inventory because here so there are two things. So okay, I had created the sub inventories for this main inventory. If you want to change the organization, then I can change the organization to 102. So inventory 102. So then I can do that. Sorry. So just 1 minute, please. Sorry, Pradeep, I had a call. So here you can see that, okay, inventory organization. So here we have inventory organization, right? You can change. So you can change the inventory organization. You can do that. Now you're okay, right, Pradeep?
yeah, I got it.
Yeah. 101. So let me check it because even though this data will be deleted after some time. So let me note down. So maybe next week, tomorrow, maybe it will be useful for us. AMDSQ 101_2. 01. Fine. So let me create two more sub inventories for this is the thing. So you need to change the organization. So ours is AMD. So you can search here, otherwise you can search AMD, search 102, click on OK. Then click on OK. Okay. So let us create sub inventories for this one as well. So AM, so 102 underscore SU 102 underscore 1. This is one. I can take the same thing for other one as well. Okay, so let me edit this one as well because AMD SUB 102 1 7. So click on this underscore 2. I can take the 2. So this one AMD SUB 102 underscore 2, then 7 close. Fine. Click on OK. Click on done. It is done. So we had created some sub-inventories, two sub-inventories here. And so this is not a mandated setup. So let me go through that. So unit of measure. So unit of measure because while creating the purchase order or any kind of sales order, so we need to give the unit of measure. So we'll do that. Let me go for the unit of measures. Yeah. So manage unit of measures. So we can go for the unit of measure by kgs or liters like that. it is a volume. So now I am going to create a unit of measure. So click on new. So I want to give the unit of measure. So it's a kind of a, okay, if it is a kind of a volume, so for weight. So for the weight, what we can do is a kind of a kgs, right? So in US, okay, we have the LBs or kgs, okay. So then save it, okay. Otherwise, what we can do is, so AMD case, but it's not required because in the real time, so we can use the existing one as well, but it's a part of the setup. If the client want to create a one more unit of measure, so for their own purpose, then we can create it. Yeah, just click on new, manage unit of measure classes. So we can view that one. So it's a kind of a class. So you can view the, so here we had given the class, right? So manage unit of measure class. We go to this one. So here we had a class, right? Which class we will define? We can define here itself. Here itself we can define our own class. So I can use the AMD. So AMD we use unit of measure. So here base EUM. So it's a kind of a cages. So the base is okay. You can go for the cages and save. Okay, you can use the grams as well. If you want to give one more, you can give it like this. A and UA. Okay, you got it right. So this class itself we can define. Okay, and here I don't want this one. Okay, so this is the way. So we can create the class so using this one. Otherwise, we can use the existing class, and you can go for the manage UOM standard conversions. How the conversion will be. So you can go for the conversions. You can do the conversions. So here this is the unit of measure. So the weight, we had taken the weight, right? So weight, so 1000. How that 1 kg? How much? So this LB is supposed. So is it 1000 or 900 or 800? How it is?
No, it is about 1 kg is 2 pounds, right? Close to a pound is 480 grams, so
Oh,
960.
960. Okay, 960. So like this we can define. But it is not a mandatory. But so if the client wants, then we can do that. Manage. We can create our own unit of measures. So based on that. But we can use the existing one. So here let me create a manage users. So let me create a user. So manage users. Because here we no need to go for the IDM. So we can create our user here in FSM only. But so then, so once we create the user in FSM, then we need to query this user in IDM. Okay. So this one AMD IMPL. Otherwise, so what we can do is AMD inventory user. We can do that. So AMD. So inventory user at rate. So otherwise, if you want to shortcut SCM, AMD SCM user, gmail.com. Well, it's a kind of internal, so we can create the user. So using SCM, FSM as well. So no need to go to the no need to go to the IDM. What we can do is, so we can create. Yes, Pradeep. Yeah, you are saying something.
They'll come at 8:30 and they'll sleep.
Sorry. So tomorrow.
Oh no. Go ahead, Prasad.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So AMD SCM and so AMD SCM Gmail, and here so just we will complete this one and so we will stop this one. AMD SCM, because here what I can do is, so in the FSM I can create the user, so then I can send the user details to Oracle Identity Manager, that DPA or whatever it may be. So then they can check the user details. They don't want to, they need no need to create the, so from their end, so just they can check the user, and then they can use they can provide some password, and they can send it all the details. Then they can assign some roles and they will send back. So in that way you can use this one, the AMD SCM user, and here I am creating an employee. Then so that legal employer, so that legal employee is the kind of a, so is a legal entity, and here also business unities I have taken ES1 business unit, ES1 business unit. These are all the mandatory. Okay, fine. So then this employee, this user can get the data related to ES1 business unit. Save and close. So if you want, you can go to the IDM and you can check the data. So we'll go to IDM and we'll check the user and we'll start. For the IDM, to go to IDM, just create implementation user. Click on implementation user, and you can go to the IDM, Identity Manager. So click on administration, and here you can see that AMD SCM. Click on go. You can see this user, right? SCM AMD. Here user is created. User is created. So you can see all the details. But what that so it is in active status. The DBA or technical person, what they can do is, or I can say that data is this IDM administrator. So I can say that, so no need of DB or technical. So I can say that IDM administrator. So this IDM administrator, what they can do is, so they can check the user details. So from their end, they no need to provide anything here. So just they can reset the password, because we don't have any password, right? Just reset the password. Click on manually. So we can use the cloud. Sorry, I'm giving cloud 2020. Then CLOU cloud 2020. So if you want, if they want this one, so automatically generated, or sending a password to user email the password, then they can do that easily. Okay, it is reset. The password has been changed successfully. Okay. So now they can, so that the so IDM administrator can assign the all the login credentials. Okay, so all the roles. So they can assign the roles based on the user requirement. So this is the one way to create the users. Okay, provision roles to implementation users. So this is how to create the or assign the data roles. Okay. So tomorrow we'll come up with some other task. So I will complete this one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks. Thanks, Pradeep. Thanks for joining.